Yeah, no, it cooled down a little bit though. Yesterday was brutal.
Yes, it was.
I was struggling
I
to
was
work.
out here yesterday.
Yeah,
It
so I
was
said,
definitely tough up there, yeah.
no, there's never been a small one.
Yeah. So, it feels a little bit small. I mean, if you've been on like an airliner before, it's
Yeah,
gonna be a much different feel. You're gonna feel like a lot of the controls. If there's a little bump, you feel it more than you would in the larger.
Okay.
So before you guys got here, we did a pre-flight. So we always do a pre-flight inspection before we get into any airplane. You check things on the outside, check things on the inside. Certain things have to be working legally for you to take off, but you're also looking for making sure nothing's leaking, everything's attached, any dents or scratches, things that you'd want to note maybe for later that aren't necessarily like an airworthiness issue, but things that you want to know about your plane. So we did that so that we only have, you guys have the 40-minute experience today, so in the interest of giving you the most time in the air and the flying, I'll kind of just take the reins on the ground just to get you to the runway to do the takeoff as quick as we can, because I don't want any too much of that time to tick over on the ground. Awesome. If that makes sense. So if I'm not explaining everything exactly on the ground, it's only because I want to get you as much time as possible in the air with the controls. Cool. But I'll try to explain everything and anything. If you have any questions, let me know. If you have questions, let me know. If you're not feeling it at any point, not feeling good, whatever, just let me know. We can always turn around, not a big deal. Our plan is going to be, we're going to head out towards the east. So we have, it's kind of cool actually, we have Hopkins is right over there, and then there's us, and then there's Cuyahoga County Airport, and then there's Lost Nation Airport. We're kind of right in a line right here on the coast. So the airport just to the right of us, or to the east of us, is controlled. So we're going to have to go out over the water just a little bit, because we're going to go around their airspace instead of through it. We're going to get out towards like the Willoughby Lost Nation area. I'll let you do as much maneuvering as we can get you to do. If you want to see some steep turns, we can do some steep turns. Anything you feel like seeing. Just again, as much time on the controls as we can for you. And then probably by the time we get out there and do some stuff, it takes about 10 minutes to get out there. We'll have to kind of just head back this direction just to keep you within that 40-minute span and whatnot. So, sounds good?
Yep.
All right. Any questions so far?
No.
No?
I'm
All
excited.
Right. Cool.
You excited?
Real talk. We usually tie them down too. I was just in this plane. That's what those ropes are. So we tie down the wings and the tail as well. Sometimes it gets a little windy, so we got to secure that.
This.
Nice seat up, and then you got to be able to get in the back.
Okay. I'm a little bit bigger.
No worries. Let's see. I'm gonna go.
Come in.
I'm gonna move this forward just a little bit. I'm gonna come down just so you have more room.
Okay.
Yeah, step anywhere that's flat.
Anywhere that's
Hand
flat.
on the handle. Yeah, that little one right there. Perfect.
Oh yeah.
You can come on up. I'm just gonna move this back.
Okay. Yeah, you got plenty of room.
Oh, perfect. Okay, great.
He's a little taller too, so where he's comfortable, I don't mind being uncomfortable for it.
I'm just gonna come back a few notches just so I can.
Yeah.
We'll adjust here in a second. All right, and then I'll have you climb into the left seat there. Left? Yep. Okay.
Are you from up here in Cleveland?
I am, yeah.
Okay,
I'm from
cool.
the Perry, Madison-ish.
Okay.
Are you guys from here?
Yeah, Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
Right over on the west side. Not too far from the airport.
Yeah, I'm about 45 minutes from over here, but
Yeah.
anything past Dead Man's Curve is where it gets a little crazy, so
Yeah.
get off the
Going
freeway right
east.
before it gets wild.
And even with the weather.
Yeah, true.
So this just goes across into here?
Yes, across your lap.
Okay.
And then there's a lap belt first, just like the airlines, kind of
okay,
like.
cool.
And then you're gonna be, actually, I don't think you have a shoulder harness back there, which is fine. This one comes up here, actually, and then you have the same. If it's tight, you just kind of pull. You need to listen a little.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you just pull here. There we go.
Thank you.
And then to tighten it, you just grab the loose end and pull a little until it's just like snug.
How'd you get into flying? Was your family in it?
Yeah, so I'm a 4th generation pilot from my great grandfather all the way forward. So
That's
it's
awesome.
in my blood a little bit.
Yeah.
I did do a little. I did do other stuff in college though. I was in IT and in vet medicine first, and then I switched to aviation. Once I figured out that it was kind of inevitable. I think this is twisted, that I was going to be in it.
Yeah, it's so you try to push away and then it just draws you back in.
I joke, yeah. My brother's a pilot as well. There we go. And
That's
then
awesome.
That just clips on right here. That little shoulder harness piece. Perfect. Yep, it just goes right on that little notch there on the front.
Okay.
Flip it around.
Like that.
Yep, so flip it just like this. Doop, there you go. Now pull this just so till it's snug on you. But I joked that I wanted to be good at something else out of spite. I was like, I'm not gonna be the pilot. My brother's the pilot. That's his thing. I'm gonna be good at something.
So you do commercial or private?
He's private. So him and my dad actually, they fly a jet together out of Cuyahoga County Airport. So,
oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, he's kind of like a golden egg type of experience. Yeah, I don't know how he nailed that one, but he's pretty lucky. All right, so we're gonna run through some checklists together again. Like I said, just so I get you as much time in the air. We're just gonna move slightly quick. But if you have questions and stuff, you can stop me. All right, so we're gonna start the engine here. I'm gonna brief you guys just on some stuff that you want to know. So in case we have to get out of the plane, there's only one way out, and it's this door. If for some reason I can't open the door and one of you needs to open the door, this latch comes forward and this latch comes up. The door hinges out this way. If we have to get out of the plane, we would just meet towards the tail if we had to. There's a fire extinguisher behind us back here. If for any reason we need to use it, there's just a pin in it. The pin pulls out and you squeeze it. No issues there. Again, like I said over there, if you have any questions at any point, just stop me. If you're not feeling it, just let me know. No issues. And once we get up in the air, we're going to do what's called a 3-way positive exchange of flight controls. So what that means is if I'm on the controls and I want to give them to you, I'm going to say your controls, and then you acknowledge by saying my controls, and then I say the last time your controls. So we're always making sure somebody's on the controls, right? So when you are on the controls, your hands are up here, and your feet are on these pedals down here. So these are your rudder pedals. Yeah, exactly. Rudders and ailerons. So when you're on the controls, that's what you want to look like. Feet down here, hands up here. All right. All right, pre-flight's complete, seatbelts, shoulder harnesses, we're all set to go. This is a parking brake. It's engaged because it's pulled back. We're gonna leave it like that just for now. Avionics master, that's what this is. It's off. I'm gonna have you hit our switches today. Circuit breakers are in, that's what these are, and carburetor heat is off. Starting engine. So when we start this engine, what I want you to do is take this knob and just put it forward just a touch. Perfect. All right. Throttle is forward. You see those 2 red switches?
Yeah.
Click those on. Perfect. That's our battery and our alternator. All right. You see the next double rocker switch that says anti-COLL? Yep.
Right here.
Put both those on. You'll hear them. You hear them outside?
Yep.
Those are your strobe lights. That's telling everybody around you you're going to start up. They need to get out of the way. You see the fuel pump switch?
Yep.
Go ahead, turn that on.
Okay.
And the red mixture. So this is no engine. This is full gas, so we never want to be down here unless we're on the ground and we don't want to be started up, right? So take that mixture and put it all the way forward. Perfect. Now that's going to put fuel into the engine and allow us to start up. All right, and then we're going to clear the area. So we always clear the area before we do anything. Left clear, center clear, right clear. and we're going to prime the engine. That's what this is here. This is really, really tight, so I'm going to do it just so you don't hurt your hand. What this is doing is it's injecting fuel right into the cylinders.
Alright.
So the startup is a little easier. Alright.
How many times do you have to do it?
Usually anywhere between 5 to 7. Sometimes in the winter you need a little more.
Because it gets cold.
Exactly. And sometimes if the plane has just flown, you need a little less.
Right.
Here we go. Okay, now we're ready to go. Here's our key. And we're going to do is we're going to put it in here. And what you're going to do is you're going to crank it as far as it goes to the right. And then when I put my thumb up, you can just stop cranking it and just let it go.
Okay.
All right, you ready to do it?
Yep.
All right, go ahead and crank.
I can't hear nothing. Wait. I got the wrong
I
button.
can hear you.
Oh yeah, I can hear. that one, yeah. Probably hauling iron ore or something with cement and stuff. One of those just ran into the dock over in the East Bank. Yeah, I think it was cement and powder make over there. I hope they keep Birkin don't with all the city stuff, but I hope they don't. There's a lot of politics in it. We're here all 3 days. Yeah. guys are speaking Chinese to me. But he enjoys it.
My brother, I don't know if you're like this yet, but my brother, sometimes he can hear and everything.
He does exactly the same thing.
We'll go over the house and he's like, oh yeah, that's a falcon. I can tell because of this. And I'm like, you're crazy. And we'll look on Flight Radar. I'm like, oh my gosh, he was right. It's a falcon. How the heck did you do that?
Right.
But when you have different types of engines, I guess they kind of spool up a little differently. So.
Right. No. Because we're right in the flight path. We live right on bit off the road.
Yeah.
So on Hawkins, they'll take off. They usually, if they would go into a straight line, they would go this way. But
Yeah.
they
Gibson's gonna be coaching there this year. Yeah, they're in our conference. You guys got that Spider place out there, yeah. I was military. I was in the Navy, yeah. So not a pilot or anything like that. No. Bigger when you're over top of it. It's like an ocean, but you don't realize how the scheme of things it's the smallest one. Yeah, it does. Because it's shallow, so the fish can spawn throughout the lake, where those other ones have deeper parts where the fish can't spawn. It's good if you get it because they pay for everything and you get out and kind of use them. I mean, it's also a lot of with the Air Force, a lot of transit or transport stuff. I mean, they have the fighters, but the Navy. It's weird. The Air Force has less fighters, the Navy has more fighter jets. There's a lot of logistics generation, Liam. Hope to avoid all wars in your generation. Involved now, definitely in aviation, like you said, flight simulators. It's something I'm passionate about. So there's not, besides basketball and aviation, there's not a lot like to drive all the time. love those old houses too. They can never, new construction can never compare to those. Yeah, the Whaley, I worked there back before I was on bridges, east and west from the new construction, yeah. That was crazy. I didn't say much. I was like, man, little sweaty palm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks a little strange.
Yeah. He just turned 13 last week. Yeah. That's awesome. That's what I hope. Like I said, he's passionate about, so I'll support him through it. Yes. I like your Yahweh. I seen it back here, yeah. That's how it's originally written,
Right,
you know. What is that, Liam?
Looks like an S34. Yeah, it's definitely a soft. Yeah, that's a tail on the back. I've seen it.
That's how you can tell. Because people say sometimes you can tell from the winglets, from just the tail. You see the base aim on this series over here?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
turn the key. You can take the key out. Take it to the left.
You were an awesome instructor. I don't know how you don't like it. I'd be like, these people are playing. I'd be like, oh, okay.
I love it. I love it. I've been doing it for almost 2 years now.
You're better in a plane than I'll be in a car when he starts driving.
Thank you.
Test out it.